may be seated. What an amazing group of nursing students. You guys look so beautiful. Well, I just want to take this moment to thank everybody for coming, and I want to welcome our graduates and our family and our friends, faculty and college administration to this pinning ceremony of fall of 2025. The pinning ceremony is a long-standing rite of passage in nursing, symbolizing the transition from student to professional nurses. Today, we come together to celebrate the dedication, perseverance, and accomplishments of these remarkable students as they complete the nursing program here at College of DuPage. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Sarah Bourne, Interim Director of Nursing, to the stage for a few words.
Morning, everyone. I am Dr. Sarah Bourne, Interim Director here at the College of DuPage for the nursing program. It has been my great honor and privilege to be a part of this nursing program and of the nursing profession. For many of you, this journey has been life-changing, not only for you, but also for your families. Throughout your college career, you set goals, you developed a deep understanding of nursing, and persevered to successfully complete this degree. On the first day of nursing school orientation, you stepped forward and accepted the challenge of becoming a nurse. Along the way, you faced countless exams, some affirming, others challenging, and your learning never stopped. The hours were long, sleep was often sacrificed, and the demands was great. Yet your courage carried you forward as you learned not only how to care for your patients, but also how to care for yourselves and one another. Through it all, you have laughed and cried, formed lifelong friendships, and created unforgettable memories. You have already touched many lives, and you will continue to touch countless more as you embark on the next chapter of your journey. Today, I am honored to present you with your nursing pin, a symbol of the hard work, resilience, and dedication you have demonstrated every day. While the road ahead may not always be easy, you are well prepared by the experiences you have been brought to in this moment. This pinning tradition has roots in the 12th century as Florence Nightingale trained her students to care for the sick during the Crimean War. As the tradition continues, it represents that you are competent to provide health care to society. And at this time, I would like to ask Dr. Nancy Pedges to the podium to introduce our leadership.
Hi, everybody. I'd like to take this moment to thank individuals for their leadership and support. Dr. Anna Campbell, Dean of Nursing and Health Science. Dr. Sarah Bourne, Interim Director of Nursing. Dr. Mudassir Siddiqui, President of the College of DuPage. Dr. Bradley Lane, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Dr. Keegan Newkirk, Vice President of Student Affairs. Dr. Lisa Stock, Associate Vice President of Academic Affairs. I would also like to thank our nursing staff members who have played an integral role in these students' progression in our nursing program. We have Misty Fowler and Aaron Krause, Nursing Program Support Specialists. Sammy Worth, Simulation and Lab Manager. Christy Calderero and Linda Henson, Simulation Lab Technicians. Christian Olia Urita and Lorna Franco, Lab Assistants. I would like to thank all of our adjunct faculty for everything they do for us. And now our full-time nursing and library faculty, please stand as I call your name. Julie Alvin, Dr. Sarah Bourne, Dr. Jerry Brewer, Rosa Kalela Melky, Dr. Lorinda Dixon, Dr. Jessica Fish, Julie Garcia, Dr. Barbara Gavron, Robert Hoffman, Minu James, Donna Canick, Dr. Anna Kopel, Emily McFadden Dawkins, me, Dr. Nancy Pedges. You're gonna get me crying already. And Deborah Smith. A special thank you goes out to the events and media team for their assistance in putting this pinning ceremony together today, along with our Student Nurses Association. And finally, I'd like to acknowledge 4 COD nursing graduates who have returned to facilitate learning in our nursing program. We have Rosa Kalela Melky, Emily McFadden Dawkins, myself, Dr. Nancy Pedges, and Sammy Worth. And now it's my pleasure to invite nursing graduate Lisa Milzarek, chosen by her class to give the student class address.
Good morning, everyone. Faculty, family, friends, and of course, my amazing fellow nurses. Today is a celebration of perseverance, community, and the extraordinary journey that brought us here. When I look around the room, I see people who came to nursing from all different starting points. Some of us came straight from high school. Others of us were making major career changes. And some came from other countries and had to adapt to a brand new system and a brand new life. And yet, from these wildly different starting points, this group of 40-something students came together, united, and became a family. First semester humbled us all. We walked in thinking we knew what hard work was, and then nursing school said, "Oh, honey, you have no idea." It was harder, more stressful, and more time-consuming than any of us could have imagined. But through the confusion and panic, we found allies. We formed bonds. We created a support system that held us through every exam, every clinical, every meltdown. Our professors gave us pointers. Create study groups, write your own notes, attend group study sessions known as GSGs. Do you guys remember that first GSG for physical assessment? That was the oddest experience I think any of us have had. But that taught us to be united and that we had to rely on each other to make it through this program. And also, do you remember that we had to be taught how to put our stethoscopes on the correct way? Let that sink in. We're about to be registered nurses, and not that long ago, half of us were putting our stethoscopes on backwards. Or think about how intimidated we were to do the head-to-toe assessment. We spent hours in the skills lab perfecting every move. every single step. And then we had to wait in the hallway until we had to do our return demonstration. I know that my sweat stains were very visible in my scrubs. And I'm pretty sure I could hear the heart pounding out of the chest of the person next to me. And we do know that the skills lab was kind of a free-for-all. It was crowded. Equipment wasn't always readily available. And we had required hours to log. But it was an opportunity to meet up with old classmates and catch up with them. We were able to get tips from each other and have someone critique our procedures. And this is where we realized that the unsung heroes of the nursing program are really the skills lab staff. From the very beginning, we supported one another. We played a frantic game of telephone every time exam grades were posted. One person would see their grades and immediately text their clinical group saying, "Grades are up." And then suddenly there was a flurry of messages from everyone asking, "How'd you do?" And it wasn't just about the good grades. We truly cared about the people who were on the edge of passing, the ones who needed reassurance or help studying. We shared notes, created study groups, and checked in on each other constantly. We refused to let anyone slide through the cracks. And of course, we had Warren's Ale House. That place has seen more tears, celebrations, vent sessions, and moments of sheer relief than even the classrooms did. After exams, it became our unofficial safe haven. I'll never forget the day of our mental health final, when so many people were worried about not passing the class. We sat there refreshing our phones every 30 seconds, and each time someone gasped with relief or squealed with joy, the whole table erupted. Clapping, cheering, high-fiving. Those moments weren't just about grades. They were about knowing we weren't alone. Simulation labs deserve a chapter all on their own. Each semester, we were required to go into the simulation hospital and act as the primary nurse. Despite being in a controlled environment, we took these scenarios very seriously. And some of those scenarios went very, very wrong. We learned what it felt like to be overwhelmed, frustrated, confused, scared. We watched mannequins flatline because of something we did or didn't do. And sometimes we took a step back and thought, well, that's not where the Foley was supposed to go. But those moments were powerful teachers. And we also had incredible successes. Times where our teamwork, our critical thinking, and our instincts shone through. Whether we were in the simulation room acting as the nurse, or in the observation room analyzing each movement on the screen, we learned from and supported each other every step of the way. In addition to lectures, labs, and simulations, we were required to attend clinicals each week. Often, we didn't know what day, time, or location our clinical was going to be until the very last minute. It added a sense of panic and frustration when we had to rearrange work schedules and find childcare at the 11th hour. But clinicals allowed us to see different hospitals, experience different units. We did the dirty work, literally, and nothing bonds people more than that. We shared the excitement when someone got to see their first birth or assist in a C-section. We administered our first injections. Do you think the patient saw how bad the needle was shaking? We hung our first IV medications, and then secretly were worried that we were going to cause an air embolism because we didn't prime the tube correctly. And we looked around wide-eyed when codes were called on the floor. We ate meals together in the cafeteria and talked about everything we'd seen that day. We learned what type of nurse we wanted to become and what we definitely didn't want to do for our career. Those are the memories we'll carry forever. Yet some memories are so much simpler. Standing in the hallway outside the classroom waiting for the professor to unlock the door. Even on my worst days, I would see people sitting on those benches, laughing, venting, joking, and my whole mood shifted. We created spaces where we could all breathe. We found our own little hideouts, whether it be on the second floor in the corner or literally under the atrium stairs. And I do have to mention something else our cohort is known for, speaking up. Everyone knew when I took off my glasses and said, I have a question. The whole trajectory of the lecture was about to change. Our cohort never shied away from clarifying or challenging anything. Heck, we all wanted exam reviews, whether we passed or failed. Our evaluations were honest, sometimes a little too honest, because we cared enough to push for improvement. Procedures were changed because of our feedback. We should be proud of that. We challenged each other during lecture and lab. We got into debates. We kept professors on their toes. Do you remember the day that Dr. Brewer almost keeled over because she had to referee an argument about who got the point in an exam review game? Our lectures were always unforgettable. We watched Professor Alvin speak so fast that she joked she had a side hustle as an auctioneer. And Dr. Dixon made comments that she felt like she was doing a press conference each lecture because of the amount of recorders that were sitting in front of her. We learned cranial nerve assessments from Dr. Gavron, and then we spent the rest of the semester watching each of us do it silently at our desks during exams. Dr. Bourne tried to relieve our test anxiety by giving us calming scents and treats on test day. Professor Garcia sang a parody of Mulan's "I'll Make a Man Out of You," calling it "I'll Make a Nurse Out of You." And in the end, she did. We heard Dr. Pedges warn us that we should tell our patients that we do not see the spiders climbing on the wall, and we're concerned that you do. We sat through Professor Kanick's lecture on alternative lovemaking and how it may lead to throat cancer. We're not going to forget it. Professor Melky made it clear that she is not a baby nurse. She only deals with patients from the waist up. Professor Kopel shared stories of why educating our patients is so important. Just FYI, 2 men's sperm do not fight each other. We laughed every time the professors would get the boys' names mixed up again. We all shudder a bit when we hear the word potentially. And we watched a classmate casually get up during Professor Hoffman's patho class while Professor Hoffman and she leaned against the whiteboard, and we watched Professor Hoffman stare at her in utter confusion. And speaking of confusion, can we talk about the 3rd floor for a second? Why was it that they were rearranging furniture on every exam day? Who was on the 3rd floor? Did you even know there was a 3rd floor? I digress. These nurses before you are amazing individuals. Not only did they devote their time to their education, but they were involved outside of the classroom. They participated in and held executive positions in the Student Nursing Association and the Honor Society. They acted as peer tutors, GSG tutors, and participated in the mentorship program. They volunteered, gave back to the community, and supported future cohorts. We spent a lot of time on campus, and the atrium became our safe haven and our home base. We sat at tables and socialized with everyone. I always felt like the professors had to run through a gauntlet to get from the classroom to their offices because they had to walk through the atrium. Inevitably, a student would pop up and say, "Professor, I need to talk with you." But often, the professors would walk up to our table and say, "I can't believe how fast you're flying through this program." The days felt long, as did the reflection assignments, but the semesters, they went fast. The greatest joy for me has been watching each of you grow, discovering your passions, seeing the type of nurses you're going to become: compassionate, strong, determined, curious. What inspires me most is knowing that we did this while also managing the rest of life. We balanced full-time jobs, family responsibilities, weddings, illnesses, pregnancies, losses, and so much more. And still, we pushed through. They say the people you meet in nursing school stay with you for life. After 2 years of experiences like these, how could they not? We made it, every single one of us. We should hold our heads high and raise the bed so you don't hurt your back, and be proud of yourselves and one another. I know I'm proud of every one of you. I would joke that I'm older than some of your parents, but truly, I saw and protected many of you like you were my own. I even kept grandma candy. You know, the strawberry-filled butterscotch and cinnamon hard candies? I had those in my bag, and you guys all took them excitedly. And in return, there was nothing but respect for one another. I cannot wait to work alongside you. I would like to close with a quote that feels especially fitting for today. Minor Myers Jr. said, "Go into the world and do well, but more importantly, go into the world and do good." Congratulations, nurses. The world is about to be a better place because of you. And it is now my honor to introduce our faculty speaker. Dr. Nancy Pedges was nominated by our cohort in recognition of her dedication, guidance, and lasting impact on our journey through the nursing program. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Nancy Pedges.
That's a hard one to follow. Okay, I would like to start this. I'm going to invite a couple of volunteers who have, I've composed a poem for this occasion. Okay, hold on. Okay, found it. Okay, in the spirit of Dr. Seuss, we have a presentation for you.
Oh, the places you'll go and the things you will see. You've worked and you've studied. Now you're ready, you're free. The road has been long and the journey was tough. But you learned and you've grown. And now you're more than enough.
For nursing is a gift, a calling and an art, to care with your hands and love with your heart. You've learned how to comfort, how to give, and how to share, how to show that you're with them and let them know you care. Hurts to you.
Through days filled with lectures and nights filled with care, you balanced it all with grit, flair, and a prayer. You leaned on each other when times were too tough and discovered together that you are enough.
From practice to patience, oh, look how you've grown. You've tackled each hurdle this program has thrown. Now you're steady and skilled. Every box has been checked with a confidence built from hard work and sweat.
From trembling first steps to the stride you have now, you faced every challenge with grit in your brow. Now ready to rise with the strength you've attained, your confidence shines from wisdom you've gained.
So step into the future with purpose and pride. Let ethics and empathy walk by your side. For nursing is a journey that's noble and true, and the world is much better because it has you.
So wear your pin proudly, it's shiny and bright. It's a symbol of courage, of wisdom, of light. There's no task too big, no task too small. As a nurse, you'll be ready to answer the call.
One more. So congratulations, dear nurses. Today's your big day. You've earned your place here. Now go light the way. Oh, the places you'll go and the lives you will change. Nurses, you're ready to help, to heal, and engage. And thank you to my volunteers. Good morning, families, friends, faculty, administrators. I suppose I should take this off. Esteemed guests, and most importantly, our extraordinary graduating class of the fall of 2025. Today is a day of celebration, reflection, and finally admitting that yes, you really were going to survive nursing school, despite what your first semester self told you. Today, we honor your persistence, your resilience, and your ability to function on coffee, panic, and the occasional granola bar, perhaps from under the seat of your car or the bottom of a classmate's backpack. Nursing school is truly not for the faint of heart. It demands grit, sacrifice, and to be honest, a brave little voice inside that says, maybe, just maybe there's partial credit waiting for me somewhere. But humor aside, what really carried you through wasn't luck or guessing, it was heart. Through every long night, every clinical challenge, every moment you doubted yourself, you kept showing up. You pushed forward even when it was hard, and you discovered strength within you that'll carry you far beyond this program. That perseverance, that resilience, that's what it takes to be a nurse. You survived pharmacology, a course specifically designed to humble even the strongest among us. You memorized drug names longer than the line at Starbucks. You learned that one medication treats 5 conditions, but comes with 47 side effects, including some that you should never Google at 2 a.m. You untangled beta blockers from calcium channel blockers. You pretended that the autonomic nervous system made perfect sense. And you bravely whispered, please let me remember, during every exam. But through every confusing pathway and tongue-twisting generic name, you kept going. But through it all, you showed what truly makes a nurse: courage, compassion, curiosity, and the unbelievable ability to remember obscure lab values under pressure. And of course, we can't forget therapeutic communication, the skill that taught you how to sit with someone's story, even when it was heavy, complicated, or completely unexpected. You learned to offer presence instead of fixes, curiosity instead of judgment, and to say, tell me more about that. Not as a script, but as a genuine invitation. And yes, there were moments when your inner voice whispered, wow, that's a lot. But you stayed steady anyway. You discovered that real healing often begins with truly being heard. Now, as you receive your pin today, you're stepping into one of the most meaningful roles you will ever have. You're entering a profession built on trust, one where strangers will tell you their biggest fears, ask you their hardest questions, and sometimes show you things you can't unsee. But you'll be there with calm, skill, and a sense of purpose you've earned through every lecture, lab, and clinical moment. The future of nursing is bright, and it's bright because you're the one stepping into it. You are entering a world where healthcare needs your innovation, your voice, your compassion, a world where nurses are not just caregivers, we are educators, advocates, leaders, sometimes detectives, problem solvers, and sometimes the only reason that anything gets done. You will save lives, you will change lives, you will hold hands during the hardest moments and celebrate victories that many people will never witness. You will be remembered not just for what you did, but for how you made people feel. Safe, heard, supported, and valued. My hope for your future is that you'll stay curious, that you'll remain humble. I hope you lead with kindness. I hope you give yourself the same compassion you so freely give others. And I hope you never forget why you chose this path in the first place, because something inside of you said, I want to make a difference. And you already have. Congratulations, class of fall of 25.
Thank you, Dr. Pedges. That was wonderful and true, every bit of it. So at this time, I invite the associate professors, Donna Kanik and Julie Elvin, advisors for the Alpha Delta Nu Nursing Honor Society induction.
Good morning, everyone. The Road chapter of Alpha Delta Nu, the Nursing Honor Society, by the Organization of Associate Degree Nurses, was chartered at the College of DuPage in 2012 on September 24th. Criteria for being a member of the Honor Society includes 3 things: an overall GPA of a 3.0 or greater for courses in the AAS degree for nursing, earning minimally a B in all nursing courses, and being in good standing in the nursing program. Upon acceptance to the invitation to join Alpha Delta Nu, each candidate additionally agrees to participate in a community service volunteer project. This semester, our students have fulfilled their service hours with a variety of opportunities. Those include Feed My Starving Children in Aurora and Schaumburg, Phil's Friends Wheaton Hope Center supporting cancer patients, the Salvation Army in Oak Brook Terrace, an on-campus blood drive, serving as a peer mentor to our nursing students. Our students know that they've made a difference to our community. We want to acknowledge and thank our Honor Society officers for their leadership. Our president, Jennifer Risk, our vice president, Gilda McCarroll, and our secretary, Lisa Milzarek. And now we want to congratulate and recognize the accomplishments of our 17 outstanding students and the newest members of the Alpha Delta Nu Road chapter for fall of 2025.
President Jennifer Risk. Vice President Gilda McCarroll. Secretary Lisa Milzarek. Ria Alcaraz. Diane Celestino. Michelle Ferreira. Tatum Flynn. Alma Funes Cano. Katie Lacoste. Raquel Meza. Madai Morales Andrade. Victoria Noor. You brought your fan club. Samantha Ocampo. Karina Ortiz. Alina Miriam Sajiv. Amy Slennett. And Kelly Velasco.
Congratulations on being inducted into Alpha Delta Nu. Thank you for your commitment to excellence as well as your service. We wish you the best as many of you continue in your academic journey for your baccalaureate degree and as you all prepare to begin your careers as registered nurses. Congratulations.
Now it is time to acknowledge the Student Nurses Association. The National Student Nurses Association's mission is to mentor students preparing for initial licensure as registered nurses and to convey the standards, ethics, and skills that students will need as responsible and accountable leaders and members of the profession. Founded in 1952, the National Student Nurses Association is a non-for-profit organization for students enrolled in associate, baccalaureate, diploma, and graduate nursing programs. It is dedicated to fostering the professional development of nursing students. Student Nurses Association is open to all nursing students with a passion to lead and represent their class. Besides contributing to planning this day, they each completed 8 volunteer hours of service to the Lung Force Walk, Feed My Starving Children, some decorated homes for the Midwest Shelter for Homeless Veterans, and participated in the American Red Cross blood drive, conducted EKGs with Young Hearts for Life, and this is just to name a few, as well as multiple scholarship fundraisers with a donation amount of $750 to the second-year nursing student scholarship. These following graduates will be recognized by Student Nurses Association advisors, myself, and Dr. Jerry Brewer. Associate Professor Donna Canick will read the student names.
President Madai Morales Andrade. Yamilet Andrade. Treasurer Diane E. Celestino. Fundraising Committee Chair Member Alma Funes Cano. Peer Mentor Committee Member Lisa Milzarek. And Committee Member Susanna Duran.
Okay. So at this time, we would like to welcome Assistant Professor Emily McFadden-Dawkins to the stage to present the Daisy Award.
At this time, we have a special celebration to present the Daisy Award nominees. This graduate exemplifies the qualities consistent with the Daisy Foundation Award for Extraordinary Nursing Students.
Hello, my name is Bonnie Barnes, and I'm one of the co-founders and Chief Executive Officer of the Daisy Foundation. I'm delighted to have a moment to share with you why we at Daisy are so passionate about the work that nurses do and the work that I hope all of you will be doing when you are indeed practicing as a nurse. Let me start by introducing you to our family. This is my stepson, my husband Mark's son Patrick, and his wife Tina, and their brand new baby girl. She was born at the end of 1999, and 6 weeks later, Patrick woke up one morning with some blood blisters in his mouth. He went to the doctor, they ran a blood test, and determined that he had an extremely low platelet count. Patrick was admitted to the hospital with a diagnosis of the autoimmune disease ITP. Well, Mark and I were very concerned about this, of course, and we flew to Texas where they lived and thought that he'd be in the hospital for a few days and we would be there to help with the brand new baby and, of course, have some time with the family. Well, Patrick became increasingly ill, and fortunately we were able to spend all of our time in the hospital with him, but at the end of 8 weeks he passed away. Well, all I can tell you is we had been on an emotional roller coaster for those 8 weeks, and suddenly it was over. Now what do we do? Well, we got together with Tina right after he died and started talking about how in the world we could fill that gaping hole in our hearts that his death had caused, and what could we do to keep his very special spirit alive? What positive thing could we hold on to out of those 8 weeks? Well, there was only one positive thing, and that was the care of Patrick's nurses. We expected that they would be excellent from a clinical standpoint, and they were. But what we didn't expect was the way they delivered their care. Patrick's nurses were so compassionate, so thoughtful, so sensitive, not only to him, but to all of us in our family. And when he died, we knew we had to find a way to say thank you for what nurses do each and every day. Not just their clinical excellence, but especially the art of nursing, the compassion they show through the little things that nurses do each day to take care of patients and family members. So we created the DAISY Foundation. DAISY is an acronym for Diseases Attacking the Immune System, and it keeps us rooted in the experience that we had with Pat's nurses. We then created the DAISY Award for Extraordinary Nurses as a way to honor and celebrate extraordinary compassionate care all year long. So the stories of what nurses do, the little things that nurses take for granted, could be spotlighted, highlighted, and made a really big deal about so that nurses would know how much we as patients and families appreciate and respect them, and how grateful we are. Well, some years ago, we decided we needed to extend the DAISY Award to nursing students because, after all, students are doing work and taking care of patients and families. And very often, they were being nominated for the DAISY Award by a patient who didn't know one way or the other if they were a practicing nurse, a licensed nurse, or if they were still in school. So we wanted to celebrate and encourage the work that nurses do when they are students, as well as when they are registered nurses. That's why we now have the DAISY Award for Extraordinary Nursing Students, and I'm so delighted that now I can turn this presentation back over to your School of Nursing to find out who is being honored today. So long, and thank you.
This was a very difficult decision for the faculty to make because there are so many outstanding students. We narrowed our decision to 2 runners-up and 1 winner for the DAISY Award. When we call your name, please come up to accept your award. The second runner-up is Samantha Ocampo. She consistently holds herself to the highest standards and demonstrates exceptional integrity. She also shares her knowledge and provides mentorship by facilitating guided study groups for other students in the program. And the first runner-up is Sarah Rose. She remained positive even when facing personal obstacles. She exhibits kindness and caring to all her classmates and is a natural leader in addition to having a great sense of humor. There's that great sense of humor. And the winner goes to Elijah Constant. Elijah's. Wait, come here. Okay. Elijah's level of professionalism and compassion consistently exceeded that of many students. He took the time to truly get to know his patients, providing excellent care while helping them feel comfortable, supported, and safe. By the end of each clinical day, the rapport he built made it seem as though he had cared for his patients for several full shifts, rather than just a few hours. He was always one of the first ones to respond to call-outs or offer assistance to another nurse. Elijah also demonstrated a strong sense of teamwork, frequently supporting his classmates and stepping in whenever 2 people were needed for patient care. During clinical discussions, he encouraged his peers to think through the scenarios thoughtfully, offering guidance when appropriate and ensuring they understood the concepts being reviewed. His genuine investment in the learning environment contributed significantly to the group's success. His sensitivity, respect, and authentic compassion for his patients are qualities that cannot be taught. He consistently impressed me with his maturity, especially in challenging situations when things didn't go as planned. Rather than becoming discouraged, he approached obstacles with problem-solving, adaptability, and a positive attitude. He is both a natural leader and a strong patient advocate. One moment that stood out occurred when Elijah used his strong assessment skills and sound clinical judgment to recognize and intervene when his patient began actively bleeding from a cardiac catheterization site. His timely actions prevented what could have been a major complication. The patient was thrilled to see him the next day and personally thanked him for the exceptional care he provided, a moment that meant a great deal to Elijah, who humbly believed he had only completed a small task. In his reflection, he wrote that he realized how much of nursing is about predicting what could happen before it actually does, capturing his growing insight into the nursing practice. Elijah's humility, openness to feedback, and determination to grow as a nurse are evident. He has described the kind of nurse he strives to be, someone who pays attention, builds trust, communicates clearly, and isn't afraid to speak up when something seems off. His professionalism, critical thinking, clinical judgment, and strong patient advocacy make him truly deserving of recognition as a Daisy Award recipient. Congratulations, Elijah.
No, you can leave now.
Now please relax and enjoy some memories created with this class.
was fun. A lot of memories went into that, right? Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Okay, and now, the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to recognize our graduates. Names will be read by Professor Donna Kanick and pinned by Interim Director Dr. Sarah Bourne.
Ria Alcaraz. Yamilet Andrade. Kayla Andrews. Caitlin Angel. Ashton P. Bawala. Ariel Berumen. Ana Biondo. Armando B. Cando. Diane E. Celestino. Vanessa Cervantes Yandel. Elijah W. Constant. Samuel David. Yelena Dominguez. Susanna Duran. Matthew C. DeTevis. Jenna D. File. Michelle Ferreira. Tatum E. Flynn. Alma Funes Cano. Gallagher Garcia. Rianne Greco. Stephanie Hernandez. Julia Jardin. Alexis Korkowski. Katie Lacoste. Emily Suzanne Madrid. Raneem Majub. Gilda McCarroll. Raquel Meza. Lisa Milzarek. Rochelle Molina. Madai Morales Andrade. Marilu Moreno. Alexander Moy. Victoria Noor. Samantha Ocampo. Karina Ortiz. Jennifer L. Risk. Sarah Rose. Dominika Rutska. Alina Mariam Zajiv. Amy Slennett. Kelly E. Velasco. Atlantis A. Williams.
All right. Graduating nurses, please join me in the candle lighting ceremony at this time. Candle or lamp lighting commences Florence Nightingale's history of helping the wounded soldiers at night by candlelight. So students, please leave your candles lit for the Nightingale Pledge. Oh yeah, let's all stand up. That's it, okay. And we're gonna go ahead and start with one at a time. And I welcome Dr. Fish to the podium.
Okay, will all nurses in our audience please stand? And nurses at home or watching this broadcast, please join our graduates in reciting the Nightingale Pledge. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I shall abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous, and shall not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I shall do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession, and will hold in confidence all the personal matters committed to my keeping in all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. I shall be loyal to my work and devoted towards the welfare of those committed to my care.
You guys can sit. As we conclude this pinning ceremony, we celebrate not only the achievements of our graduates, but also their commitment to the noble calling of nursing. The pins you wear now symbolize the knowledge, compassion, and dedication you bring to the profession, as well as the trust placed in you by your patients and the community. To the graduates, Remember that nursing is more than a career. It is a journey of lifelong learning, care, and service. You have the power to make a difference in the lives of those you touch, and we are confident that you will uphold to the highest standards of this honorable profession. To the family, friends, and faculty who have supported our graduates, we thank you for supporting and shaping these future nurses. Congratulations once again to our graduates. Thank you for celebrating with us. Graduates, please rise and prepare for the recessional. Guests, please remain seated as our graduates exit. Once all graduates have exited, you are welcome to stay seated as they will return for a group photo on stage.
Come on, Jess.